My Nectar Mattress review. I've slept on it for a few weeks. I've had a positive experience, I can say. I'm not saying it's the greatest thing I've ever slept on. Certainly not the worst thing I've ever slept on. I had a decent, nice sleep. But I'll get through the review. I'll explain all my thoughts and how I came to my conclusions. So, Nectar. Only been in the UK online since September 2018. Started in the USA. They are a big name already in the USA. Only starting in 2017. Online since September 2018 in the UK. They're a bit different because they are giving you a 365 night trial. It's amazing. Makes you wonder where it's all going. We're up to 1 year in trial periods. You can have it for 364 days. Think, no, not for me. Send it back. Didn't cost you a penny. Starting to get to the point where the warranty almost doesn't matter. 1 year, you know, not quite. It's a 10-year warranty normally, but with the Nectar mattress, it's a forever warranty. Well, that means forever while you have it, assuming you are the one that bought it. Gotta say, it's not exactly the same as other warranties in that it's different after the first 10 years. So all these online mattresses, all at this price level, 10-year warranty. Mattress warranties are not like other warranties. You have to read the small print very, very closely. Make sure you've looked after it in the way they specify. Normally it's about rotating it, not misusing it. And the warranty is about in-your-face manufacturing defects. Most people would think, well, it warranties that it's going to feel after 9 years like it does day one. Absolutely not the case. With any mattress, they will all soften up. In fact, some high-end mattresses will soften up even quicker than cheaper ones because of the type of materials they use. It's called settlement. In the mattress industry, they call it settlement. That's their coverall term. And they'll say, well, yeah, you're sinking in now. And I know you've only had it a few weeks, but yeah, that's perfectly normal because in the industry, we call it settlement. And it is fair because the materials, what they call settlement, do take time, first of all, to break in. And second of all, obviously, where you're pressing in most, it starts to take in your impression. So it's about having even wear. It also happens more on the bigger size mattresses than the smaller size mattresses. Obviously, there's more material to be pushed in, but over time that should even out. The point being, a warranty doesn't mean it will feel like year 10, day one, because you have to remember it will always soften up. And you want to get that softening up even. And you also want to give the mattress a fair trial. So I always say, please give it at least 30 days. It is going to change. And I always say, try and err on the side of a firmer mattress than you know, a little bit firmer than you might think you want in the first few days and weeks, because it'll end up being just right for a long period of time. If you get one that's just right day one, it'll be not right at all within a short period of time. It's the way mattresses break in. It's going to happen, is my point. Now, getting back to where I was, the point about this is it's a forever warranty. Years 1 and 10, much like any others. But years 10 plus is not. And I'm going to tell you what they say on their actual warranty. They say, for the first 10 years of ownership, we will replace your mattress and or mattress cover with a brand new mattress cover, and absolutely no charge to you. Fine, that's years 0 to 10, just like a normal warranty. They will replace it with new. But in years 10 plus, Nectar will completely repair and recover your mattress cover or replace your mattress cover at our option. So it could be replacement or it could be the same one repaired. The only charge you will incur will be a transportation cost of £65 each way, and these charges will be waived if a defect is confirmed by us to exist. So if you try to claim after year 10, and I've got to say, it's highly unlikely you're going to have this mattress for 10 years. You're not going to have almost any foam mattress if you're in any way sensitive to how it feels. Average, even a high-end, 5 to 8 years you reckon is going to need replacing. So it sounds great on paper, and it is great, I've got to say, that the fact they're offering it anyway, but it's highly unlikely you're going to be there in year 11. And if you are, well, remember, it could cost you £130 if they decide there isn't a defect. I will also say most of these companies allow for a 2.5 centimetre indentation or sag before or after that point. They will then say, yeah, there's a defect. So they're saying they allow for 2.5 before they even class it as a defect. Nectar have a 4 centimetre allowance, so they won't say well, that's a defect in our opinion till it's a 4 centimetre. So I'm just pointing out what they mean by their forever warranty. But it is good on paper. It's a bed in the box. Obviously, like all the others, it's going to come vacuum packed. You're going to unwrap it and it's going to expand very, very quickly, and it's almost ready to lay on immediately, but please give it 48 hours to off gas and to fully expand before you start putting any weight on it. I will say it's a very low smelling mattress. I can't smell anything now. I didn't smell anything from this distance from the moment I opened it. But it is a bit different. So there's no room filling smell, as you would expect from off gassing. But if you are right up close to it, I can get the hint of a lingering chemically kind of odour. It's very, very low grade. I'm pointing this out because I've not had a mattress like this where it doesn't seem to evaporate into the room, but there is something there. And, you know, reducing over time, hopefully it will be zero at some point. I'm just saying it's a low smelling mattress. Yes, you won't smell it. Well, I haven't smelt it in the room at all. But if you are laying on it as you're sleeping and you're not out like that, it's a slight odour. So I'm not going to say it's odour free. Almost the only one I had that I would say almost odour free from the start was Hugger. And so it's very, very common, and it's very low smelling in the terms of some of them will absolutely stink for a long time after you have unwrapped it. It's an issue. But this is a low smell mattress, but I'm not saying there's no smell at all. It's Certipure certified. Certipure, of course, is an organisation that will specify criteria for that polyurethane mattress. Memory foam, of course, is a polyurethane foam. I talk about memory foam as though it's something different to polyurethane foam, but it's polyurethane foam with specific additives. This, of course, is a memory foam mattress, and Certipure covers polyurethane foam, and of course, in that memory foam, it means no harmful chemicals. It means controlling the amount of VOCs, volatile organic compounds, it could have, otherwise known as off-gassing, the chemicals you smell, you know, when it does fill up a room. And it specifies the maximum levels of other chemicals they can have in. So over and above normal EU, UK regulation, it controls the chemicals in there, but only for the polyurethane foam. And I will say that because the cover is polyester. Of course, that's chemicals as well, petrochemicals. Certipure does not cover the cover, but it's Certipure. It's rare in these online mattresses. It's a very, very, very good thing. That's a big plus for Nectar. They will deliver it with a 2-man team. It won't be one geezer taking it to your door and saying, I'm off now. And then you have to take it up 10 flights of stairs. Some companies are like that. So 2-man team will take it to your room of choice. That's a done deal. You're not going to have to argue about that. And if you want your old mattress taken, they will also take away the old mattress. That is a great service. If it matters to you, they are a climate neutral company. They partner with some Amazon forest project where they plant trees, and so it's all carbon neutral. If you're eco-friendly, you may want to buy a Nectar mattress. A lot of companies will give you special offers, 2 free pillows or money off. Nectar give you 2 free pillows by standard. The pillows come with the mattress. It's done. You don't need a special deal. So any special deal you see on the website, and quite often I see £100 off, that's over and above 2 free pillows. So when you get a Nectar mattress, it's a done deal. 2 free pillows. If you are not in the UK, got to say I do UK mattress reviews. The UK specific. If you have a Nectar mattress from the USA, it's different. It's not the same as this. It's different foams. The USA is made in the USA, sold in the USA. This is made within the EU and shipped from within the UK. If you are reading the website, you will see special terms like smart sleep technology, adaptive cooling, temperature sensitive polymers, medical grade foam. It makes it sound like this has never been seen in the market before. Is this all different? I'm just saying most of that seems, I don't know, exactly what they mean by smart sleep technology. It's not like there's some electronic gadgets going on here, but it seems to be to do with the cover. So this top cover contains what they say are temperature sensitive polymers, which means they are polymers within the polyester that change their properties depending on their temperature. So as you lay on it and the mattress and the cover heats up, the properties change, and those properties will mean that there's more wicking going on. It's taking away the moisture from your body and letting it evaporate. So as it heats up, it does more and more of the wicking and the evaporating, is what they're saying. I don't know. I didn't have any problems when I slept on it, but I'm not particularly sensitive to that sort of thing anyway. But when you see those terms, that's what they are relating to. They're saying, yeah, that's pretty smart. The other thing is medical grade foam. That got me as well. And I have to say, even after trying to find out what they mean by medical grade foam, I don't know. If I ask them straight on the website, they will say, well, they will basically describe memory foam. Well, we already know it's memory foam. What makes it medical grade? Well, I don't know. Medical grade is not actually a thing. You'd think, well, that must mean high grade foam, but there's no overall criteria that says if we say it's medical, it means this. So I don't know what they refer to when they say medical grade foam, to be absolutely honest. So of course the other unique selling point of the mattress is it's a proper memory foam mattress. Memory foam, of course, is different from other foams because it doesn't push back if you've got aches and pains, whereas all other foam will compress under your weight. It stores a little bit of energy, and as you move position, that energy springs straight back. So it's what they call responsive. You don't sink in it, which is what people think of with memory foam, that sinkage that doesn't respond immediately, or you get stuck in it because it's very slow and sludgy. Modern memory foam's not really like the old memory foams in that sense, but that's the thing about memory foam. If you've got an ache and pain, it won't push on it, but that does by nature mean it's slower to respond. I have to say, this is quite normal polyurethane feeling. I don't get stuck in it. It's very responsive, but you also don't quite get the hug that you would expect from memory foam. But I did like it. I've got to say, I do like it. But it's a proper memory foam mattress, and by that I mean those top two layers, 9 centimeters of memory foam. That's a big dollop of memory foam. A lot of mattresses say they have got memory foam or are a memory foam mattress where it's a tiny bit of memory foam on the top layer, or it's not on the top layer at all. And if it's not on the top layer, it is not, in my opinion, shouldn't be classed as a memory foam mattress. This is a proper memory foam mattress. I will get to the specs a little bit later when the cover comes off, but I'll talk more in general terms just to give you some of the properties, some of how I felt, in its firmness and bounciness and all that, and tell you about the top cover before I take the cover off and go through the technical aspects of the layers. It is pretty responsive for a memory foam. However, it is, I should point out, quite a dead feeling. It's definitely memory foam, and it lacks bounce. I do find it comfortable. I do like memory foam at the best of times. It is on the softer side in terms of firmness, but I did want to talk about the cover first. And the cover, of course, is interesting because, first of all, as you'll see, it has these micro, well, I say micro, they're like a centimeter square or diamond shaped quilted pattern, and then larger squares across it. It is polyester, and when they've got a Certipure certified foam, it's always a little bit disappointing to me that, okay, we get a polyester cover because it's petrochemicals and it's not covered by the Certipure. It's very, very common. Almost all these mattresses have polyester covers because polyester is very durable, resists shrinking and wrinkling. It's naturally fire retardant. It's highly wicking, so evaporates away the moisture from your body. So, there are a lot of reasons why they use polyester. It's not a cheap out. It's just that you can get tensile covers, like Hugger comes with a tensile cover, which would, be nice because it's a natural material, and we're already, quite happy because we've got a Certipure certified mattress, and we're thinking, yeah, okay, well, if I can smell anything, at least it's, it's not likely to be anything particularly harmful or bad for me. So I will say it's polyester. It feels nice. You will see it's the normal grey and white. I don't know why they're all like that. It has a little bit of blue going around the sides. You'll see it says Nectar on one end, and then it has a little label saying Nectar on the other, and that's the branding. The letters, the Nectar branding is a bit bigger than, than most of these people brand their mattresses. It is pretty much in your face. So I will talk about, first of all, everyone's going to want to say, I didn't want to watch a 40-minute video to find out if it's comfortable or not, and then you didn't even say if it was comfortable. The point about comfort, I keep trying to stress, is it's very, 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 very subjective. If I say it's comfortable for me, it has no relevance to you at all. We all have different sensitivities. But in terms of comfort, yeah, I mean, it's comfortable to me. And in terms of firmness, it is a softer mattress. Now, it did soften up like all these mattresses do in the first few weeks that I have been sleeping on it. It started off something between Casper and Leesa, and now say it's a bit softer than Casper. It's similar to Hugger in pure firmness terms. You will sink about the same amount, but it kind of feels different because Hugger is more hugging, whereas this is more, it makes it feel like a firm mattress for a couple of reasons. I mean, it does feel very solid, but it's definitely, you definitely sink in as you would expect with memory foam, making it a softer mattress, but it's very contouring. So I'm feeling my hips sink in, but I'm feeling it fill out in my lumbar region, say a bit more than would with Hugger. Now, that's what you would call point elasticity. It's where you press down on it and you only want that area to sink because you want the bits of your body that don't press down to be supported, so to fill that, so like in the terms of filling the lumbar region, or if you're on your side, filling the curves around your hips. I will demonstrate that a little bit more. My 16 kilo weight, I press down with that. You can see it's only around there that it's affecting. 16 kilos in one area is quite a lot. But as I press down with that, it's not being affected outside of that area. So already from here, nothing else outside of that area is being affected. That's what I call point elasticity. And I have to say, it's the best I've tried for a soft mattress. I mean, point elasticity is something you'd expect to be better on a firmer mattress where it's going to resist pressure more. Softer mattresses aren't normally great for that. And this is up with the firmer mattresses that I've tried, and certainly better all the softer mattresses I've tried for, the contouring nature, how it resists pressure and will fill out, still keep filling out the areas that are not pressing down on it. So in terms of firmness, yes, it has softened up quite a bit. Something to bear in mind on day one. Give it that full 30 days that everybody recommends, because it's going to take that long to really get the feel of the mattress. Make sure you keep rotating it. Make sure you try and get even wear. Try not to sleep in exactly the same position. If you can, of course, if you can't, you can't. But try and sleep a little bit off the middle, a little bit more to the ends or a different place to get that wear even. It will stop softening up. It's just that you want to get that softening up even. And as I said, it's not something that, that's a sign of poor quality. All mattresses do that. I think it's probably the thing that catches most people out the most, because no mattress websites that I have ever read say, please expect our mattress to be completely different 30 days down the line from day one. But as I say, it's nothing to be hiding from people, because it's what they call settlement, and it's even more so with high-end mattresses. But it does have to say catch people out because they just don't talk about it enough. In terms of firmness, I've got it on a par with Hugger, but I say the feel it is different. It will still be a soft mattress. If you're heavier than me, it will feel even softer, and if you're lighter than me, it may be perfect, because it will probably be a little bit firmer in feel. Obviously 13 stone, completely relative to your weight. That means it's just a little bit behind Casper. Casper is a little bit firmer than Nectar. Simba, about the same firmness as Casper. So again, it's just a little bit softer than Simba. And of course, only the Emma Hybrid would I say is even softer. So all these mattresses I think are on the soft side. Simba, Casper, Hugger, Emma Hybrid, as I say, is the softest of all the ones I've tried. And Nectar, I would say, is on the softer side. Leesa to me is the true middle ground, and it's the ones above that that I call the firmer mattresses. So Leesa again firmer than all the ones I've already said, and then firmer than Leesa, Emma Original, Otti, Bruno, the mattresses that I have actually tried and actually properly tested. Obviously I've tried a lot more mattresses than that, but I never was that into it, to be quite honest. I never bothered testing them in the way that would be relative to all my other mattresses. Edge support. How much does it give on the sides? All these mattresses are very, very similar. You've got the integrated base layer, and then you've got your comfort layers. And basically, as you put pressure on, all those comfort layers are going to compress until you hit the base layer, which is firm, and that's going to hold you up. So really, all of these mattresses are about the same, give or take a little bit. About 30 to 40% of the edge is going to compress as you sit on it. Obviously, it's a whole different story if you're just talking about the roll-off effect. So as you roll towards the end, A lot of people say, oh, that's going to tip me over. Well, it's not going to tip me over. It's pretty sturdy. I don't really have a problem with any of the mattresses that I've tried. As you can see, I'd have to push myself off for that to roll. And they're all about the same in terms of actual ratings that I've given it for how much it compresses under weight. Found it very good. Again, for a softer mattress, it's up there or better with all the others except the firmer mattresses like Bruno Eve and Otti. So you could certainly do a lot worse for edge support than Nectar. In terms of cooling, does it sleep cool? Well, look, it's a memory foam mattress. You don't buy a memory foam mattress if you have heat issues. By nature, memory foam absorbs your heat, it reacts to your heat, and that's how it molds. It's going to take in more heat. Now, they have done things here to alleviate that problem. That top cover is smart adaptive. It has temperature sensitive polymers. That's going to help. The memory foam on the top is Revo Foam. Revo Foam is a branded memory foam, and it's claimed in its marketing literature to be more resilient, to be better wicking, to have more evaporation than leading current memory foam brands. Now, that's important because a lot of these people that compare memory foam compare it to old generations of memory foam when it was quite different. That's a big claim. So they're using a memory foam that over and above already out there, current memory foam mattresses, they say it will sleep cooler. See, if you've got heat issues, it doesn't mean say you're never going to have heat issues. But they're doing things more than other memory foams to alleviate that heat issue. But don't buy memory foam without considering heat issues. Of all the foams, memory foam has the potential to heat up the most. I didn't have heating issues, but I'm not particularly sensitive to heat.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Is it a good mattress for sex? People really do want to know that. And they either say, why didn't you mention it? Or, well done for mentioning it, because other people don't mention it. I think I mention it all the time though. Anyway, maybe they're just missing it. I certainly have it on my website, onsa.com, if you check that out. But I don't know your criteria for a good mattress for sex. I have to say, I assume it's going to have a decent amount of bounce, but it can't be a trampoline. So comfortable. You don't want to sink right in and not be able to move. And it should have some bounce. Memory foam is never going to be great for sex because memory foam does not have a lot of bounce by its very nature. Flip side of that is it's good for motion transfer. In other words, it doesn't transfer motion across the mattress. But in terms of bounce, is there any bounce? What's it like? There is not a lot of bounce. I can demonstrate that here. Like, it's a dead feel, and I can feel myself sinking in. There's no bounce. If I get a tennis ball, I like to use tennis balls because tennis ball will tell me specifically the top layer, the properties. You could have a very non-bouncy mattress, but have a bouncy top layer. Won't do you much good unless you're particularly light, and you can also have it the other way around, a bouncy mattress, whereas the top layer has no bounce at all. This tells me the top layer has almost no bounce. And I can tell you as a mattress as a whole has almost no bounce. It's a 10 kilo weight. If I try to bounce it, it's not a lot happening. It's not a bouncy mattress. And you sink in a lot. It's a soft mattress. In my opinion, not a great mattress for sex, but what it is a great mattress for, motion transfer. Your partner moves, you don't want to feel them. For empty whiskey bottles. So you're moving. You're really moving. And the bottles ain't going nowhere. It's very good for motion transfer. If I drop my 16 kilo weight, it can't knock them over. There's a little bit of movement, but that's 16 kilos from my height. That's excellent. Who is this mattress for? It's a soft mattress, so who is that going to suit? If you're average size and weight like me, 13 stone, 6 foot, it's going to suit you if you're a side or back sleeper. It's not going to be so great if you're a front sleeper. Remember, you want a firm mattress or a firm feel if you're on your tummy. You shouldn't be on your tummy, but if you're a stomach sleeper, you do not want your tummy sinking in and putting that arch in your back. You want quite a flat profile, which requires a firmer feel. If you're on your side, you need something that's not going to be putting lots of pressure on your shoulder. You want a softer mattress. On your side, you want the softest feel of all. And if you are on your back, you want your hips to sink in, but back sleeping is more forgiving than side or tummy sleep. You will be able to be quite happy on a wider range of mattress, whereas on your tummy, you should really be wanting a firmer feel, and on your side quite a soft feel. This will suit average people, average weight on the back and on the side. Being a softer mattress, it's a good option for your shoulder, even more so because it's memory foam and doesn't have that pushback. So it's very shoulder friendly. Memory foam in general, shoulder friendly. On the back, I'm quite happy, but it is, you know, I am sinking in. So if you need the support, if you need more support, if you need your hips, buttocks being held up more, depending on, you know, what shape your pelvis is, do you have an anterior or posterior tilt? All these things you're going to have to take into account. If you're all right to sink in that way, it's a good mattress. But if you want it held up more that way, you want a firmer mattress. I'm quite happy on Nectar, but it is on the soft side. Definitely even better on my side. It's shoulder friendly. I'm contouring nicely. I'm not getting pushed back on my shoulder. Definitely shoulder friendly. And on my stomach, well, I can feel a little bit of that curving in the spine, which is not great. It's okay, but if you're any heavier than me, you do not want to be on a soft mattress. Unusually, Nectar say this is suitable for people up to 146 kilos. So 2 people each of 146 kilos on a double should be fine for you. May damage your mattress or change it in ways that are out of spec according to Nectar. That's quite good. Well, that's pretty good. Most of them are about 114 kilos. If you are on the heavy side, pretty heavy side, over 20 stone, a pair of you could still be happy, according to Nectar, on their mattress. I'm going to take the cover off, go over the layers in a bit more detail. I need to point out, there are no handles on the Nectar. The cover, the label says wash at 42 degrees. Nectar say you can't wash their cover because it will degrade the cover. So Nectar saying don't wash the cover. The label says you can at 40 degrees. Polyester is normally washable, but they are specifying do not wash their cover, even though the label says different. Have to point out also, it's a one piece and it unzips from the bottom. Now, you're not supposed to wash it anyway, so you wouldn't be taking the cover off. But if you did, this would be particularly awkward, being because you couldn't take the cover off, the actual top of it, separately from the rest of the cover, and you'd have to get right underneath it to do so. First of all, everybody wants to know, is it responsive? To show you clearly, I'm laying on it, let it compress a little bit, and then I'm going to move off and let's see how quick it is to come back to shape. And that should be, you know, pretty quick, because that's been my experience, that you don't get a hole. As soon as you move, basically responds to that pressure. 10 kilo weight. Sinks in, sinks in. And that's the thing, it will go on sinking over a few hours, as a proper memory foam would do. You've got 9 centimeters of memory foam here. You can't lay in it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes and say, well, that's how firm or soft it feels to me. You could do on most polyurethane mattresses, but not memory foam, because you will continue to sink over a period of a few hours. It will feel a lot softer if you do not change position, say 2 to 3 hours on, than within 15 minutes. If you change positions a lot, it will feel a firmer mattress to you than to someone who same position all night, because they'll end up sinking a hell of a lot more. So that's sinking in, sinking in, sinking in. I'll take it off. All of about, 3 seconds. That's very good. You know, old style memory foam, you would never get something like that. So, that top layer. As you can see, we have 4 centimeters of memory foam. Not just any memory foam, it's Revo, R-E-V-O branded memory foam, which is a high quality memory foam. They go so far as to say, yeah, better than current top brand memory foam. And you can see how the top is slightly, to my touch, softer than the layer down, which is how mattress should work. It should start off soft, slowly get firmer and firmer as it takes your weight and supports you. So that top layer, 4 centimeters, Revo branded foam, Certipure certified, they do not publish their densities, as a lot of companies tend not to, although it tends to be the smaller companies who are more vulnerable to the bigger companies completely copying what they do and then doing it cheaper. So Nectar, I think, are one of the bigger companies, but I haven't actually looked into it, but I assume so, given that they, they've sold well in the USA. However, they don't tell you the densities, and when I asked them on support, they say we don't say it, but they do tell you what the base layer is. So I can take a reasonably accurate stab at what those densities are based on the total weight of the mattress. Some companies, as I say, especially the smaller companies, will ask you not to do that for very understandable reasons, but they haven't asked me not to do that, and they've not told me anything. So in my opinion, the top two layers are around 50 kilos per cubic meter, which is probably bang on what you'd expect at this level of the market. And don't forget, they are the comfort layers. 33 kilos per cubic meter for the 16 centimeter base layer. So 5 centimeters of memory foam in the middle, and that's the one that they say is medical grade. I just don't know what they mean by medical grade, honestly. So you've got a total of 25 centimeters. I have to say, in this case, the cover adds significant height to the mattress, which isn't always the case. So 25 centimeters in pure foam terms, 27 centimeters total height when you add the cover. So of note, Revo branded foam, CertiPure certified, the whole of the mattress in terms of the foam layers. And then we have, of course, the zoning. We have zoning all along. Small cuts, castellated as they call it. Channels are cut so you get more give where they've cut it than you would otherwise. It makes it a bit softer. I don't know what their market research says. I don't know why they felt the need to do that. As with several of these mattresses that are already on the soft side. I didn't particularly need it to be any softer, but they have done that. I mean, it's not just to make it softer overall. As you can see, they've got larger channels cut out at your shoulder level and hip level to give even more give, and that will add a contouring effect. So it isn't about just making it softer or firmer, it's also about having it softer at specific areas, which accentuates how your hips will sink in, but the rest won't. So it's about fine tuning. So I always say it's not a deal breaker or a deal maker. You just got to accept they fine tuned it to suit most people. However, when it goes all along like that, and it's already a soft mattress, I do wonder, what it would have been like without that extra. I'm not sure they really need to do that. It's one thing doing it in specific areas, fine tuning how it will curve, but to do it all over and make it softer, well, it's already a soft mattress. But it does have zoning, and it certainly looks good in marketing, and most of them do it that way. I was quite happy on it. You're going to have to like a softer feel. You're going to have to like memory foam. But if you've got heat issues, it's probably a better option than other mattresses out there. I've got to say, others do things like having particularly open cells to allow more air in, or adding gel in, which was also something that changes at temperature. The properties change, it will absorb more heat, and that's how they help reduce the amount of heat build up. The jury's out on what, if any of all these work. However, on paper, is a better option if you wanted memory foam and you've got heat issues than other similar mattresses. Something that catches people out, and I haven't really been measuring it up to now, but I thought I'd better because it's catching a lot of people out. You buy a mattress, like in this case, the length is 190 centimeters, width is 90 centimeters, the size of a UK single. But industry standard tolerances allow for 2 centimeter differences either way. So it catches people out if, say, it's 188 or it's 192. If it's 188, they're thinking, well, I've been diddled to saying it's 190, but God, mate, it's not, when they cut these things, it's not a perfect science. And it's within tolerance, according to mattress industry standards, if it's within 2 centimeters. I'm pointing this out because Nectar's almost bang on. It was slightly under 190 centimeters, 90 centimeters. That's very good. Some of them do differ by, up to the industry standard tolerance. Nectar, basically bang on spec on my particular mattress. It's just something to be aware of when you get your mattress, if you're expecting it to be exactly the tolerances that they're specifying on the website. So that's my review. And if you wanted to hear, oh, do I find it comfortable? Yes. Do I find it a little bit on the soft side? Yes. It's a little bit softer than I can really live with long term. Still, for me, the sweet spot is around Casper and Leesa. For me, personally, you're all going to be different. I just want to make it clear. I can like a mattress, but not be able to sleep on it for 8 hours. I found Nectar even more within spec in that it's definitely a bit too soft for me, but because it's very, very contouring, you know, very little of the foam outside of that area being pressed down, being affected, it's filling in all those other areas and making you feel more supported. So even at the same amount of sinkage as a similar mattress, similar firmness, it will feel a little bit firmer, probably not quite as soft, simply because your body is in contact with more of the foam. It's supporting you in areas where there's a gap on similar firmness mattresses. So overall, I had a positive experience of Nectar. Can't argue with 365 nights to try it out. I do have to point out the warranty stipulates 4 centimeters of sag before they think that's a warranty repair or warranty replacement, but that's something you won't worry about till after 1 year. And a lot of these mattresses that are catching people out, it's happening within a couple of months, 6 months. Within that year, if you're going to get problems that it's sinking too much, there's a sag too much, all those issues where after that 100 nights you normally have to fight, you know, to make a warranty claim. It's not even a thought of 365 nights. You've got a year. If you don't get a problem within a year, it's not going to suddenly be out of spec. It's not going to suddenly soften up that much more. And that's why I think, it doesn't mean to say you're going to like it. You may still send it back after 10 days or something, but that's why 365 nights, it's a game changer. Because all those problems that people are currently getting are not a problem over that year. Because if you've had it a year, you basically know what you're getting. You're not going to have to fight the warranty clauses. You know, and have people come around your house and measure it and say, well, we think it's to do with how you've been treating it. You didn't rotate it as you were told and all that, which are issues to think about. That's not going to happen with Nectar. So, yeah, just be aware that it's a softer feeling mattress. A little bit softer than Casper. So, I hope you got something out of my review, and thank you for watching.
UK